This bill, having received constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Secretary will read SB 506.
Senate Bill 506 by Senator Moles of the 53rd and others. Bill to be entitled now to amend Chapter 21 of Title 50 of the OCGA relating to waiver of sovereign immunity and for other purposes. Senate Committee on Government Oversight recommends that this bill do pass. Senator Moles of the 53rd offers the following amendment. Amend Senate Bill 506 by striking lines 31 and 32 and inserting the following. Shall also include any healthcare provider receiving graduate medical education training affiliated with a medical education program located outside of this state, but no more than 15 miles from this state and for other purposes.
Chair recognizes Senator from the 53rd. Next time you have an idea on Jermaine, just ask me.
I asked your counsel.
Who?
Over there. Thank you, Mr. President. Now, wasn't that exciting? This will be a little calmer. My friend from the 36, I'm going to have to take it out on her. I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of a regional thing for me. As you know, healthcare is struggling in many places, and those providers who help us so much are struggling as well. And in my area, my hospital has been underwater for some time. So they made an agreement with the nearest Level 1 trauma center to my hospital, Hutchinson Medical Center in Fort Oglethorpe, which is 4 miles maybe from the state line, to Erlanger, which is probably 10 miles on the other side of the state line. They're our nearest Level 1 trauma center to us. Now, in Georgia, it would be across the street here at Grady, but you know that golden hour would be missed if we had to come to Grady. This gives us the ability to have resident doctors from Erlanger to teach or to learn through the residency in Georgia in my hospital. We got this bill late. We still need to perfect it. I'm working with all sides to do that. I need your help, and I appreciate your favorable passage on this bill as amended on amendment number 1. But we will continue to work to, again, perfect it as it moves across the Capitol.
Chair recognizes Senator from the 14th for a question.
Friendly question. Will the senator yield?
Yes, sir.
Senator, we have, this only affects, as I understand it, a hospital in Chattanooga going to Fort Oglethorpe.
That's correct.
Now,
that's the intention.
I understand. We have also in this state medical education within 15 miles of Savannah, located in Savannah, Mercer University Medical School. We also have in Columbus, they're setting up a residency program there, but the schools are domestic in the state, so it won't affect that in any way. In other words, the major campus is in Macon, but the training would be in Savannah or Columbus.
That's correct, and we're going to continue to work to fine-tune it like that too.
Chair recognizes Senator from 34th for a question.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would the senator yield?
Yes, ma'am.
Senator, it looks like what we are attempting to do is help that hospital that's just over the line.
That's correct.
And will the senator further yield?
Certainly.
Senator, so what this seeks to accomplish is allowing residents to now do their practice over the state line and giving them immunity?
Yes, it does. It gives them immunity, and of course the hospital takes the burden in this amendment. However, we're working again to continue to improve it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr.
Just call me Senator.
Senator, thank you.
No other questions, Senator.
Thank you. I appreciate your help on this, and again, you have my pledge to continue working with each and every one of you to help perfect it as it moves along. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Questions on the adoption of amendment number 1 authored by the Senator from 53rd. Is there objection? Without objection, the floor amendment is adopted. Does any other senator wish to speak for or against the bill? Is the objection granted? Report of committee which favor pass the bill. Chair is none. Report of committee is agreed to. Shall the main question be now put? Are there any objections? Chairs none. Main question is ordered. Shall this bill now pass? Questions on the passage of the bill. All those in favor of the bill vote aye. Those opposed, no. Secretary, unlock the machine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do those. On the passage of the bill, the yeas are 49 and the nays are 3. And this bill, having received constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Secretary will read some House bills. We'll get them assigned.
House Bill 247 by Representative Neal of the 1st and
Health
others.
and Human Services.
House Bill 450 by Representative Sims of the 169th and
Finance.
others. House Bill 979 by Representative Jones.
Education.
House Bill 868 by Representative Collins of the 27th
Economic
and
Development.
others. House Bill 100 by Representative Peake of the 137th and others.
Judiciary Committee.
House Bill 818 by Representative Parsons of the 42nd.
Finance.
House Bill 872 by
Regulated
Representative.
Industries.
House Bill 1080 by Representative Purcell.
Veterans.
Through the order, Mr. President.
Secretary will read H.R. 873.
Sorry. SR 873.
Isn't that the...
Senate Resolution 873 by Senator Mills of the 53rd and others. A resolution honoring the life of Mr. Burt Ward and dedicating a bridge in his...
A43. I said 873, A43.
Okay.
Burt Ward.
Senate Resolution 843 by Senator Mills of the 53rd. Resolution honoring the life of Mr. Burt Ward and dedicating a bridge in his memory and for other purposes. Senate Committee on Transportation recommends that this resolution do pass by substitute. Senate Transportation Committee offers the following substitute to Senate Resolution 843. Resolution dedicating certain portions of the state highway system and for other purposes.
Chair recognizes Senator 53rd.
Mr. President, this is the last time you'll see me up here tonight. Hey, keep your seats, keep your seats. This is Senate Resolution 843, and this is our road dedication and bridge dedication, intersection dedication bill. And it has, we've rolled everybody's request into this one. It has road dedication for the senator from the 53rd, 43rd, 21st, 23rd, and 22nd. So, Mr. President, I would ask favorable consideration. If there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer those. If not, I yield the will.
No question, Senator. Oh, there's a question. Nope, no question. Question on the adoption of committee substitute. Is there objection? Without objection, committee substitute is adopted. Chair recognizes Senator 14th.
Mr. President, point of parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Are we having fried mullet for supper?
Fried what?
Mullet.
Mullet? Mullet? No, we're not going to fry any mullet up tonight, I can tell you. We are having dinner brought in, though. Does any other senator wish to speak for or against the resolution? Chair hears none, and all of those in favor of the resolution will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Secretary will unlock the machine. On the passage of the bill, the yeas are 54 and the nays are 0. And this resolution, having received Rex constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Secretary will read SR 873.
Senate Resolution 873 by Senator Gooch of the 51st and others. Resolution authorizing the granting of restrictive easements, non-exclusive easements for operation and maintenance and for other purposes. The Senate Committee on State Institutions and Property recommends that this resolution do pass by substitute.
Chair recognizes the senator from the 51st.
Good evening. Senate Resolution 873, pretty simple bill. State Properties Commission's asking for our support on it. There's 14 counties in the state. All 14 of the senators in this area have seen this bill and have signed on to it or has agreed to it. I ask for your consideration on it. It simply issues easements and right-of-ways for various state properties in the state to include power lines, water lines, and so forth. I'll yield the floor if there's any questions.
No questions, Senator. Questions on the adoption of committee substitute. Is there objection? Without objection, the committee substitute is adopted. Does any other senator wish to speak for or against the bill? Is there objection? Agree and report to committee which fail pass the bill. Chairs none. Report to committee is agreed to. Shall the main question be now put? Are there any objections? Chairs none. Main question order. Shall this bill now pass? Questions on the passage of the bill. All those in favor of the bill vote aye. Those opposed no. Secretary and like a machine. On the passage of the resolution, the yeas are 55, the nays are 0. This resolution, having received Rex constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Chair recognizes Senator from the 5th.
SB 501 to the foot of the calendar.
Is there objection? Without objection, 501 will be moved to the foot of the calendar. Secretary will read Senate Bill 379.
Senate Bill 379 by Senator Chance of the 16th and others. Bill to be entitled an act to amend Part 5 of Article 3 of Chapter 12 of Title 44 of the OCGA relating to pawnbrokers so as to provide for limitations regarding certain fees or taxes for pawnbroker transactions and for other purposes. Senate Committee on Economic Development recommends that this bill do pass as amended. The Senate Economic Development Committee offers the following amendment. Amend Senate Bill 379 by inserting at the end of line 19 after the period the following. This subsection shall not apply to any adopted ordinance or resolution effective prior to the effective date of this subsection.
Chair recognizes the senator from the 16th to speak to the bill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, the Senate, I rise today to present Senate Bill 379. And what we're doing with this bill is attempting to stop the expansion of a tax or a fee being imposed by local jurisdictions on pawn shop transactions. We passed this bill out of the Economic Development Committee. We passed this bill 4 years ago in this chamber by a vote of 51-3. And we amended this in committee to grandfather in the cities and counties that are already doing this. And I'm happy to go through and answer questions and go through the specifics of the bill and answer any questions, Mr. President.
Chair recognizes no questions, Senator.
Thank you. I yield well.
Chair recognizes Senator from the 45th speak to the bill.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to speak against this bill because it's my theory after serving in local government that if the system's not broken, why go ahead and try and change it? And I don't believe this system is broken. I have checked in my particular county, which is Gwinnett County, which has used private companies to assist them in the pawnbroker field. And in 2011, they charged 20 cents per transaction. Now, someone can come into a pawnbroker's office and they can bring a box of goods, and in that box there may be 10 products. Say you have a chainsaw, a drill, a hammer, or whatever, but they only charge per customer. 20 cents per customer. It's not 20 cents for the chainsaw, 20 cents for the hammer, or 20 cents for the drill. And in that time last year, they produced $18,988.40. All of that money did not go to the county. Not one penny went to the county. It all went to the business that runs the transaction process. That particular name of the contract that Gwinnett County has is BWI. The other thing I checked, Gwinnett County has 15 cities. And I checked with 2 different cities. The city of Lawrenceville contracts and receives 20 cents per transaction fee. There were approximately 3,000 transactions per month generated in the city of Lawrenceville. There is no financial benefit to the city of Lawrenceville. Our benefit is for our police department to have online access. This has been a very successful activity in finding criminals, and that was from the city manager in Lawrenceville. The other city that I checked with is the city of Norcross. They also have the same process. When they took over from Gwinnett County in mid-2010. The one thing they did tell me, and this is very important in this process, they said in 2010 they had 8 suspects who pawned approximately 22 items, and in 2011 they had 31 suspects pawned approximately 55 items. In 2012, when they started using the online process, they had 3 suspects pawned approximately 5 items as of 3/7/2012. So I guess what I'm asking you is to evaluate the current system. The current system is to go after the criminals, and I believe it is a good process. I believe it's local control. You should not take these cities and counties' ability to contract with services if they want to pursue that in going after their criminal activity. I do not feel like they should be punished. The one thing we preach down here is local control, and that's exactly what this bill is trying to do, is take away local control. And I understand the grievances. I think they have one city that is charging an exorbitant amount. But the majority of the cities, the majority of the counties, Gwinnett County is a metropolitan county of almost 1 million people. They're doing it the correct way, and I don't think they should be punished by one particular bill going after them. With that, Mr. President, I'll be glad to answer any questions.
There are no questions, Senator.
Thank you. I yield the will.
Do we have any amendments? That's it. The question is on the adoption of the committee amendment. Is there objection? Without objection, the committee amendment is adopted. Does any other senator wish to speak for or against the bill? Is the objection agreed? The Report of Committee which failed pass the bill? Chairs none. Report of Committee is agreed to. Shall the main question be now put? Are there any objections? Chairs none. Main question is ordered Shall this bill now pass? The question is on the passage of the bill. All those in favor of the bill will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Secretary will unlock the machine. Oh, that one got legs in a hurry. On the passage, the yeas are 29, the nays are 24. And this bill, having received the constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Chair recognizes 733rd. State your inquiry.
I withdraw my inquiry. Thank you very much.
You draw your inquiry. Chair recognizes Senator on the 49th.
Mr. President, I'd like to move this Senate Bill 468 to the foot of the calendar.
Without objection, that sorry bill will be moved to the foot of the calendar. More people need to ride bicycles than drive cars, I guess, something like that. I don't know. All right, this is the posture by which we are in. We have our dinner that has arrived. It is not set up yet. They are preparing it right now. And we're going to break for our dinner because I think the next bill is going to take a little lengthy debate. That's what I'm told. I don't know. The big boys on the playground used to tell me about things like this. We'll do that, and we will be back here at 6:15. 6:15. Senator from the 9th, what purpose you rise?
Mr. President, we will have a Rules Committee meeting at this point in time for the next 15 minutes to set the calendar for Monday.
All right, very good. If we need to delay 6:15, we can do that if need be, all right? We'll still work on 6:15. They're setting up our dinner in the anteroom right now. Senate will stand at ease.